how are you? I hope you all are doing great today. My name is Renu Rathi and today we will be learning our very interesting and a very relatable chapter, that is multiplication. In this chapter, we will learn what we have learned in the previous classes. Let us do properties of multiplication, multiplication of 3 digit by 2 digit by 3 digit and multiplication of 4 digit by 1 digit number, 2 digit number, 3 digit number. Then we will learn how to do multiplication by continued product, simplification and some word problems on multiplication. Now let us do, we have to complete it. Start. 17 into 5 is 85, 4 into 1 is 4, 4 3s are 12, that's how you have to complete it. Now next is properties of multiplication. Let us now briefly revise and learn the properties we have learned in the previous classes. Now first property says that product of two numbers does not change even if the order changes. Order change, product remains same. Order change, product remains same. Second property says that the product of three numbers do not change even if we change the grouping of the number. We change the grouping, the product is same. We change the grouping of numbers, but then also the product is same. Now this property is also known as the associative property of multiplication Now third property says that product of any number is 1 and the number itself, that is when we multiplied any number by 1, it is the number itself. This is known as unitary property of multiplication. Fourth property says that when a number is multiplied by 0, product is always 0. For example, multiplied by 0, product is 0, product is 0. This is our 0 property of multiplication. Now multiplication by 10, hundreds and thousands. In order to multiply a number by 10, we write 1 0 to the right side. When we multiply it by 100, we add 2 zeros to the right side. Similarly, if we can multiply it, we can get a multiple of any number. For example, when we multiply it by 10, we add 1 0. Multiply by 100, we add 2 zeros. Multiply by 1000, we add 3 zeros. Now multiplication by 20, 30, 40 and 50. To multiply any number by 20, 30, 40 and so on, firstly we multiply that number by 2, 3, 5 and then we will add a 0. For example, we multiply it by 2 and then add 1 0. We multiply it by 3 and then add 1 0. We multiply this by 4 and then add 1 0 to it. Now multiplication by 200, 300, 400, 500 etc. Now in the same way, if we want to multiply a number by 200, 300, 400, firstly we multiply the number by 2, 3, 4, 5 and then we will add 2 zeros to the right of the product. For example, we will multiply it by 2 and then add 2 zeros, we will multiply it by 3 and then add 2 zeros. Now let's understand it better with the help of example. In example number 1, we have to multiply these numbers by 3000. Firstly we multiplied by 3, then we add 3 zeros to both of the products. Now multiplication of a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. For example, we have to multiply these numbers. Firstly we arrange them, the numbers of multiplication. This is a multiplicand, this is a multiplier. Firstly we multiply it by 2, then we multiply it by 3 and then we will add both the product and this is our required product. Now next example is, firstly we will arrange the numbers in the order of multiplication, then we multiply it by 4, then we multiply it by 3, then we will add and the sum of the product is 8364. Similarly in example number 4, we have to multiply these numbers. So firstly we can write it as 30 plus 8. Firstly we multiply it by 30, then by 8 and then we add both the products and the answer we get is 9728. Now let's start with multiplication of 3-digit number by a 3-digit number. For example, we have to find the product of these two numbers. Firstly we arrange the numbers, after that we multiply it by 9, then we multiply it by 30 and then we multiply it by 200. So the answer after adding all the products we get is 99,424. Now in example number 6, we have to multiply these numbers. Firstly we arrange the numbers, then we multiply it by 0 and the answer will remain same. Then we multiply it by 20 and then we multiply it by 100. After summing, the answer we get is 27,000. Next is our example number 7. In this one, we have to multiply the numbers. Firstly, we can write for 147 as 100 plus 40 plus 7. Then we multiply it by 100, then 40 and then 7. After adding all the sum, the answer we get is 49,392. Now let's start with our exercise 4.1. In the first part, we have to fill in the blanks with the correct given options and we have to fill in the OMR sheet correctly. 33 into 6, second option is the correct answer. That's how you have to solve the remaining part. In this one, we have to multiply the numbers. 6 2s are 12, 1 carry, 6 3s are 18, 19, 1 carry, 6 2s are 12, 30. Now 0, 3 2s 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, and then when we add them, it's 2, it's 15, 1 carry over, 13, 1 carry over, 8,352 is the correct answer. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Here again we have to find the product. Firstly you multiply by 9, then you multiply it by 10, and then you multiply it by 200, and then when you add, this is our required product. Again we have to find the product for the following numbers. 7 into 3, that is 21, so this is 2100. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Similarly, in this one also we have to find the product. Now in the next one we have to match the column of 457 into 24. When we multiply, 7 4s are 28. That means that answer in which we have 8 as our ones number, that is third one, that means third one is our correct answer. Now in the next one we have our mental maths. We have to write the product without actually multiplying. So when 348 multiplied by 10, it becomes right, it is 3480. That's how we can solve the remaining part. Now let's start with multiplication of a 4-digit number by a 1-digit number. For example, we have to multiply this number. We multiply it by 6 and 28,512 is the correct answer. Then we multiply 4-digit number by 2-digit number. For example, here we have to multiply these numbers. Firstly we multiply it by 4, then we multiply it by 70, and after adding both the sums, the answer we get is 4,83,886. Now multiplication of a 4-digit number by a 3-digit number. Here we are multiplying 4-digit number by a 3-digit number. For example, firstly we multiplied by 1, then we multiplied by 30, then we multiplied by 100, and after getting the sum of all the products, the answer we get is 4,25,488. Similarly, in example number 10, we have to find the product. Firstly we multiplied by 4, then by 20, then by 300, and after doing all this, the sum we get is 1,12,752. Now let's look at example number 11. We have to multiply these terms. Firstly we multiplied by 6, then we multiplied by 40, then we multiplied by 300, and after doing the sum of all the terms, the answer we get is 14,65,656. Now in the next one again we have to multiply these terms by 153. Firstly we multiplied by 3, then by 50, then by 100, and after doing the sum we get is 1,90,944. Now let's start with exercise 4.2. In the first part we have to multiply these terms. So 8 3s are 24, 2 carry, 3 3s are 9, 11, 1 carry, 8 3s are 24, 25, 2 carry, 3 3s are 9 and 11. So 11,514 is the correct answer. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Now in all of these we have to multiply these terms. So firstly we multiply by 4, 6, 3, 2 multiplied by 5, we get 5 2s are 10, 1 carry, 5 3s are 15, plus 1 16, 6 5s are 30, 1 3 carry, 5 4s are 20, so 23,160 is the correct answer. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Fifth is we have to match these columns. So 7 6 are 42, that means fourth option is our correct answer. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Now next is our continued product or multiplication. In example number 13 we have to multiply them. Firstly we multiply it by 12. After multiplying it, this is our product. After that we have to multiply it by third number, that is 4, and when we multiply it by 4, this is our required final product, that is 8,832. Similarly, here we have to find the continued product of these numbers. Firstly we multiply it by 52. This is our answer. Then we multiplied by 62, and then we multiplied by 6. So this is our final product. Now let's start with simplification. Can you find the following sum? We have to find this sum. Now let's look at example number 15. We have to simplify it. Firstly, we have to done sums that involve addition and subtraction. In the sum above, you have to do multiplication as well. For proceeding ahead, we need to follow some steps. Like in step 1, firstly we will do the multiplication and then write the product. So when we do the multiplication, then the sum will become simplified and then we will involve only addition and subtraction. Now in step 2, we know that the sums with plus sign in the front and the sums with minus sign in the front does not, and some are those that do not have any sign. So we will consider them as positive sign. Like this one has no sign, so we will consider it as positive sign. Now in step 3, we will add all the numbers with plus sign and we will add all the numbers with minus sign. So in this one, firstly in the step 1, after doing multiplication, we have these numbers. Now after separating the plus sign and the minus sign, we will add them, and after solving it, 49 is our answer. Now again we have to simplify. Firstly, we will find the product of these numbers. After finding the product, we will add all the terms and subtracting, and after solving, 36 is our final answer. Now let's look at the word problems on multiplication. In example number 70, the cost of chair is this. We have to find the cost of 76 chair. That means we will multiply it by 76, and 66,880 is the cost of 76 chairs. Now in example number 18, we have told that Sanjeev saves this much amount of money every year. How much will he save in 4 years? That means 12 into 4, that is 48. Once we have to multiply it by 48, and he will save 69,024 in the all 4 years. Now always remember, here is our BODMAS rule that is used to simplify any sum. Firstly, we solve the bracket. B stands for bracket, then we use O. O stands for off, that means bracket or multiplication. Then D stands for division. After that we will solve M, that means multiplication. After that we will solve A, that means addition, and then finally we solve S, that means subtraction. So here you have to always learn the BODMAS rule. Now let's start with exercise 4.3. In the first one and the second one, we have to find the continued product and we have to simplify these. So firstly, we will multiply 125 by 42. So 5 2s are 10, 1 carry, 2 plus 2 2 4, plus 1 5, 2 1s are 2, 0, 5 4s are 20, 2 carry, 4 2s are 8, plus 2 10, 1 carry, 4 1s 4, plus 1 5. So 0 5 2 5. So 5,250 into 6. Now 0, 6 5s are 30, 3 carry, 6 2s are 12, 13 14 15, 1 carry, 6 5s are 30, 31. So 31,500 is the correct answer. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Now in the third one, we have told that the capacity of water tank is 375 liters. What is the capacity of 45 such tanks? That means you will multiply 375 by 45 and then you will find the capacity of this tank in liters. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Let's start with think tank. In the first part, we have to take the correct answer. Even though the numbers are multiplied in any order, the product remains same. In the next one, we have to fill in the blanks. One has been done for you. 37 into 100, that is 3700 into 100, that is 3,70,000. That's how you can complete the remaining part. In the next one, we have to find the product of all the following. So 23 into 2000, that is 6, 3 2s are 6 and 2 2s are 4. So 46,000 is the correct answer. That's how you can solve the remaining part. Now in this one, if 132 cricket balls can be packed in one cartoon in one day, 1,675 cartoons are packed in a factory. How many balls are in the factory in all on that day? That means we will multiply 1,675 by 132 and then we can know how many balls are packed in factory in all on that day. That's how you can complete the remaining part. Now let's start with maths puzzle. We have to multiply the inner numbers together to get the outer numbers. So when we multiply the inner numbers, it becomes 12 2s are 24, 12 8s are 96, 12 6s are 72. That's how you have to complete this puzzle. Now next is our mental maths. How many minutes are there in the month of September? So firstly, you know how many days are there in the September, that is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That means 30. 30 are the days. Now days is multiplied by how many hours? Now here are the hours and here are the minutes. So after multiplying it, you will get how many minutes are there in the month of September. That's how you can complete the remaining part. Next is our activity zone. We have to complete the multiplication grid. One has been done for you. Like 1, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, 2 6s are 12, 2 7s are 14, 2 8s are 16, 2 9s are 18 and 2 10s are 20 and 2 1s are 2. That's how you have to complete this multiplication grid. Now I hope you have understood the chapter pretty well. You just have to practice the exercise question and don't forget to revise this topic again.